Hey there, friends. Can you believe it is already May? So crazy. I am here today with a new process video using the Elle Studio May 2020 kit and add-ons, and I'm starting out with a digital file that I created to print at 8.5 inches by 11. So that's the paper that you can see in the background there with the stars on it. I am layering that on top of a sheet of close to my heart cardstock, which is nice and smooth and the perfect blue color to go along with the blue in the kit this month. So I'm just trimming down because I printed it at 8.5 inches by 11, trimming down the printed pattern paper, and I'm adding a little border on the side, so trimmed it down by 1/2 inch on all sides, and I'm just layering those together because I like to have that nice blue frame around the edge. So I have two photos printed here at 3 inches by 3 inches, and I'm just going through the May 2020 kit and add-ons to see what journaling tags I could use. And I definitely want to use this Thanks Dad, and I also want to use this little scrap of blue that I have from the Flourish paper stack. Sorry, one of those pictures is square and one is 3 by 4. So I'm going to stack those all together, make the use out of that scrap of paper that I have and this little scrap that I have here by covering up the places that I've cut. And I'm going to go ahead and pencil mark around that journaling tag so I know where my journaling can go. I really want to put some of that really pretty pale fuchsia color at the bottom. So I'm going to try to do that too, just because I like the fuchsia star at the top of the layout. I want to balance that color and add some of that to the bottom of the page too. So I have this 3 by 4 journaling tag from the May kit, and even though it has quotation marks on it, I should be able to cover that up with some of the awesome embellishments this month. So I have added my journaling typed to my journaling tag. I will link up to the video where I show you how I do that in this process video, but I've also marked there where my corner of my photo is going to go, and I'm going to punch a star just using an older American Crafts star punch that I have on hand. Just want that shape there and that little bit of white poking through. So I really like this grouping of embellishments. You can still see the background stars. I want to make sure that I don't cover up too much of those because I really like the way those look, and I like the way that they carry the colors throughout the page design. So because I like everything just the way it is so much, I'm holding it down while I adhere it all together. Perfect, and just getting everything situated just so there. I always find that I get it to exactly where I want it, and then once I move things, I can never get it just that way again. I'm going to add some dimensional adhesive to this last photo here. I am using scraps and bits of pieces of all of the dimensional adhesive I have laying around. Be sure that you don't waste any of that, you guys. It's some precious stuff. So there you can see these are pieces that I've cut off of those circle sheets, and I'm just adhering that one to the top. Now I'm going to distress my edges with these super sharp scissors I have from American Crafts, distressing the edges of both journaling tags and the pattern paper. And then I'm going to use this Bluebird ink from Close to My Heart and just a regular sponge here to ink up those corners. I just want a little bit more definition around those corners to add some of that darker color. I'm also going to do the same thing here with the Orchid ink from Close to My Heart on the bottom journaling tag. So you can see there it adds just a bit of interest to those corners, and it makes them stand out a bit, gives it a bit more contrast against the white. So now that I have that whole stack of papers and photos and journaling tags together, I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down with my scrapbook adhesive runner. I'm also going to erase my pencil marks So I want to build my title next because that is the next largest thing that's going on my layout. And if I use the story acrylic, which I absolutely love this month, it's going to cover up that star. So I want to put some kind of color behind the star to make that stand out a bit more. I could use this journaling tag, but that's a big waste of that journaling tag. So I just used a bit more of that blue paper that I used for my background. Just threw a little bit of that underneath that star cutout. I'm using the cerulean blue and fuchsia puffy alphabet stickers to add my title there, as well as the light purple hazel alphabet sticker. So the hazel is the cardstock one, and then you have the cerulean and the fuchsia puffy alphabet stickers. And I'm kind of just playing here with the spacing of them. I really like having the word day a little bit lower, so that's why I'm kind of struggling here with trying to fit it all in and making sure that you can still read the word story. Because if I move it over too far, then you can't really see the S that well. And I'm just adding some dimensional adhesive again, so this is really going to stand out, but it's still going to fit in my page protector with no issues. Okay, so I'm just moving that over slightly to the right. It's covering up the star a bit, but you can still see that shape behind it. But that just means you can see that S really well in the word story. And I'm going to move the word day down slightly, just so it's right over the top of the word story. So the title is A Dad Day Story. This is one of those days that my husband helped me out by taking my daughter out to do an awesome craft activity at a local paint your own pottery shop. I'm also using my star punch here to punch out some more pattern paper and one of the journaling tags from the kit. I really love that pattern on that dark blue star, and I used the other bit of that journaling tag in my layout featured in the From Sketch to Finish Volume 5 class, which is a brand new class available this month, which I'm so excited about, and I had the opportunity to coordinate and edit and contribute to. So these are the crafty stickers, which I love because they have lots of little crafty sayings on them. They have cute little scissors and hearts and pencils. I just love them. So I'm putting that I love to create at the base there. And then this crafty time here. I don't mind putting some black on the layout because my daughter's wearing black in the photo, so there's a bit of black on the page. I put that little star die cut at the top, that navy blue one. Going to add that up there to that grouping. And now I've grabbed the icon stamp, currently icon stamp, and I'm using the Lilac Close to My Heart ink here to stamp a phrase here. And that just creates a tone on tone, love this phrase right there. I don't want it to stick out too much. It just adds a little bit of interest because essentially the color is almost exactly the same. Then I'm grabbing this darker color, which I'm going to look up and share all of the ink colors that I used on this layout with you in the video notes to add some emoji icons. And this is the little smiley face with the star eyes. So I'm just adding those in 3 places. There are so many awesome embellishments this month, you guys. These chipboard stickers are so cool, and a couple of them have caught my eye. There's the camera one, which I love, and then I love that that star die cut too. I just keep on finding things that I want to use on the layout, but I have to be able to fit everything on. This house is pretty cool, and but I like the gray, but I really want something behind it to help it to stand out. So my idea here is that I take this die cut from the May kit that has a music note on it, and then I add the house chipboard circle over the top. So that's my plan. Let's see if that works. And I really do like that because it adds that purple color to the middle of my photo grouping. So these are the acrylic stars. There's some really gorgeous colors. This one that I pulled out here that's a mirror finish is like rose gold. And I really like that one up there. I like that pretty light purple down here, and I like it tucked underneath the photo too. But I'm trying to find kind of the perfect place for it so that I get that really nice diagonal line that runs through my photos and my journaling there. I'm using these Zots from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3Elle. These are my favorite things to use on the acrylic stars to get them really stuck on the page. I decided not to use that coral colored star because it's just a bit too distracting, even though there is a coral star at the top of the layout on the background paper. It's just too much when it's on the acrylic. But I really like this mix of different mediums here. I'm adding a little bit more interest here by just, putting some twine that I had laying around, wrapping that around the Y in story, and I'm going to let that hang. Just want some additional texture on there. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a little bit messy. It just looks nice and brings some more of that navy blue onto the page. So I'm really liking the way that this is turning out. I'm just seeing what other things I have here that I could add, and I have the May label stickers just to add that cerulean blue that's in my title. I'm going to balance that with this sticker down here so it kind of mirrors that dad word in my title. Puts that cerulean blue down at the bottom left of the page. And I see this black star here. I'm going to wrap that with some yellow twine here. And it's going to be a little bit messy, but I just tied that off. The messier the better. This is kind of a bit of a messy page. It's got some texture. It's just got a lot of fun things on it. Just seeing what else I can do with some of these scraps that I have. I don't really want that to cover up anything, so I'm leaving that off. But I really love this page, and I love how we had the Thanks Dad journaling tag this month. It really helped me tell the story of this fun day that my daughter and my husband shared together. And she got to do something that she loves the most, which was create something. And this layout is just a mixture of all of the amazing embellishments and the May 2020 kit from Elle Studio, which I hope you will check out at the link in my video notes. Get it while supplies last, you guys. These kits are really popular now, and I hope you love this layout as much as I do. Be sure to subscribe to see even more process videos in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating!